I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Anok from Anok Gaming, and well, first of all, before we do anything, obviously, if you like this video, please drop a like, hit subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and put down in the comments whether or not you think what I'm about to tell you is just or if it is unfair. Now, I also wanted to say before we get real into it that I love my job, or I loved my job. I wouldn't do anything that would get me in trouble there intentionally, and I wouldn't. And what got me fired is all one big misunderstanding, but who knows if it will be solved, or if what actually happens is, or what actually happened is convincing enough to let me keep my job. But I guess let's start talking about that, shall we? So earlier today, about 1.5 hours ago, it is August 4th, 2020. About an hour and a half ago, I was told that I had to be let go for a misunderstanding, let's say. I'll explain more about that once we're done watching this video. I did get the whole thing on recording, so we're just gonna watch that. So yeah, let's turn that on. Alright, so let's see.
Alright,
there you go.
I'm about to go in. So, wish me luck. Let's see if I have a job. Alright, here I go.
You know, maybe I'll just have you listen to it, because it's a lot easier to listen to. Alright, if you see lag, I'm sorry. My computer's been having some major issues with streaming and recording lately, so
I've been alright.
anyway, I'm just gonna mute myself.
Where do you go for vacation?
We went to First City as family.
You guys have a place up there?
No, we just went to a little hotel.
Okay. Listen, I know this is gonna be hard, but I can't let you work here anymore now.
Oh.
And if this doesn't come from me, this comes from above, and if you want to go into the details, we can. Obviously, this is not the easy part of the job and stuff like that. I think you're a good kid and stuff like that, and I have no problems with you. But I guess people that you work with, because I didn't work with you,
Yeah?
I had said some things to Karina, and she's the one. I mean, I wasn't aware of that, and I was like, oh. Like I said, if you want to go into the details, we can. Other than that, I mean, like, it isn't coming from me.
So some quick context. So Karina is my boss's boss. The person I'm talking to right now is my boss. He's everyone there is a great person. I love everyone there, including Karina. So yeah, Karina is my boss's boss. She owns the Wingers that I worked at, and then my boss, his name is Artemio. He's a great dude. I love Artemio. I love everyone there, but clearly this is so yeah, I just wanted to give you that context. So yeah, let's continue watching, I guess.
I was told, I was in shock just because I didn't know. No one has said anything to me and stuff like that, and so she called me pretty upset, saying, why haven't you done anything about this? I'm like, well, if I'd known, I probably would have said something or whatever, but
Yeah.
anyways, just know that, like I said, this is the not the easy part of the job and stuff like that, and I have nothing personal with you.
And I completely understand that how that is the hard part of the job and everything. I'm sorry, Artemio, that you had to go through with that, because I know that you liked me as a employee, but I guess it sometimes does happen.
It just came from above, and you were gone that week. I was out for a couple of days, and I was gonna call you because but I was like, you know what? I think he deserves that I tell him, that I talk to him and stuff like that, rather than just give him a call.
So I do want to talk about one thing real quick, and that is so he never like got into contact with me to tell me. So what had happened is let's see, a few weeks ago, it was the football team's football camp, and I went to go help film, and I'm the film coach, I guess, and everything. So I went to go film, but on Thursday I needed someone to cover me because we're doing team pictures, and then then they had also assumed that I needed someone to cover me on that Friday, or at least that's the excuse that they told me. So I didn't work that Thursday or that Friday when I was supposed to, but I did get someone to cover those. But so the day in question that my boss Artemio is talking about is the Monday of that week. This is when this whole debacle started, and this is the Monday of that week. So I'll let him. I guess I'll let the recording show what was told, and then I will get into that more. So yeah. All right. So let's hit play there.
Something like that.
Yeah. Alright. Do you know what exactly people were saying about me?
Well, again, the main thing, it was like, she was told that there was one time where you took about 16 drinks, 12 or 16 drinks, and 4 asphalt pies or something like that.
Okay, so that was that Monday, and I had taken 10 drinks, I believe. It might have been 12. She might have gotten the one. No, I believe it was 10. Could have been 12. But so here's what had happened, and I'm gonna explain it in the recording as well. But so it was that Monday night, and I felt, hey, I'm getting off early. Maybe I could bring my fellow coaches some drinks, some, just something nice. And I had taken like 10 to 12 drinks. I think it was 10. Could have been 12. I don't remember. It was one that I'm for sure it was one of those two though. Anywho, I had taken some drinks, and I had made sure with everyone that I was working there that night with, or that I was working with there that night, I'd made sure it was okay with everyone that I was like, hey, I didn't make that much on tips, especially because y'all are sending me home early today because it's really slow. Am I good to just come in tomorrow and pay with these? Or pay for these? And everyone there was like, yeah, it's fine. Even the assistant manager that was working at the time, I had asked, I think it was Lachelle, and I had asked her, I was like, yo, is this okay? I'll just come in and pay for them tomorrow. And she was like, yeah, it's all good. And so I'd taken them out to my car and yada yada yada. But that night, I had taken home 1 asphalt pie, because I always take home 1 asphalt pie if there's a broken piece, because I don't want to leave the nice perfect pieces or I don't want to take the nice perfect pieces and keep the customers from getting those. So I take the broken pieces, and I still pay for them even though they're broken, but I pay for everything in cash, so it's a little bit hard I pay with everything from my cash tips, and it's a little hard to keep track of that. Obviously, because I don't have a bank account that I could just go look and say, hey, look, it shows that I bought these. So basically, if there is any chance that I can get my job back, it'll be in the logs that will show that, hey, I came in the next day and paid for those. But also, that night, so someone had said that I'd taken like 5 or 6 asphalt pies. That is not true. I had taken home 10 wings and a asphalt pie, because that's what I always get. And so I'd taken home that asphalt pie and that and those 10 wings. So that's 2 containers. You can't fit 5 to 6 asphalt pies in 2 containers, like the slices, because they're big. You can probably, I'd say maybe fit, I usually get 2. You'd have to cut like in order to fit 3, you'd have to cut one of the slices in half and like fit it in there. But it would probably take at least 3 boxes to take 5 to 6 asphalt pies, if I were doing my math correctly. And plus I had the box of the wings, and actually so we were out of the black boxes that night, or we had been out of them for a little bit, and so I had actually had them in the yellow containers with the clear lids that you'll see the family packs in. And so actually, if they had actually looked, they would have seen, oh, I have one black container which had my wings, and then the one yellow and clear container which had the one slice of asphalt pie in there. But clearly no one cared, and they had lied. But I did pay for my dinner that night and the asphalt pie that night, because I made enough to pay for both. But I just didn't have enough to pay for the drinks, so that's why I'd asked to see if that would be okay if I came in the next day and pay for them. And I did come in the next day and pay for them, so I don't know. Whatever. Let's just keep watching the video. I did take some drinks, but the next time I came in, I paid for them.
Okay, well, that's what she saw. That's what she was told. And you know that was one time, and when they said a number, I'm like, how the fuck in the world? I mean, anyways, again, I wasn't here, and that's what I was told, that it was 16 drinks and like 4 or 5 asphalt pies at one time or something like that. Again,
I don't think I took any asphalt pie. I did take the drinks. Yeah, but the next time I came, I paid for them. So, I did take 1 slice of broken asphalt pie. I do remember that now, but the thing here is that she was told 4 or 5 asphalt pies, which is incorrect. Or maybe, I think he said 4 or 5, maybe 5 or 6, I don't remember. I think he says both at some point. Which I didn't do, obviously. The drinks I did take, and I said that I paid for them, and yada, yada, yada. But, like, if you go back to, like, right here.
4 or 5 asphalt pies at one time or something like that. Here, and that's what I was told, that it was 16 drinks and like 4 or 5 asphalt pies at one time.
Right here, he says that it was at one time. So that means that I was, like, if you're, like, let's say that I did steal them. Let's say that what they said was true, and I never paid for anything, and yada, yada, yada. Clearly, he was told that this had only happened one time. So, if it happened one time, and let's say that everything that had happened actually happened, and everything that was said had happened, wouldn't you just go talk to the employee and be like, hey, did this happen? Yes or no? And just figure it out from there and try to fix the problem, rather than just being like, oh, I heard someone tell me that you had done this and this, you're fired, no second chances. I don't know, it seems dumb and fishy, but whatever, no one cares. Anywho, let's get this going.
Like I said, I have no personal problems. You think you're a good kid and stuff like that. And when she told me, I was like, you know, I tried to say like, well, maybe, and she's like, no, this is what he did, and she was pretty convinced because of whoever told her. And I guess, you know, to be quite honest, it was more than one person, according to what she's telling me, that had said that to her.
All right.
So, you know, I have no worries that you're gonna be fine. You're gonna, you know, if you ever need a reference somewhere else, I mean, you know, by all means, you know, just put my name and stuff like that, and I know you're gonna be fine. But you know, like I said, if this was something that hadn't gone about that, I mean, there was something that we would work out or stuff like that. It was like, hey, you know, stuff like that. But
see, he was planning to do this professionally. He was 100% planning on doing this professionally. he had said that had it gone to him first instead of Karina, he would have talked to me and actually tried to figure out what had happened or if it had actually happened. But because it went straight to Karina, that's apparently Karina has like no tolerance for any of that, which sucks. But clearly, like, that's not at all what had happened. And so, Karina, if you ever see this, or Artemio, or anyone that I worked with, if you ever see this, please, I guess if you're not Karina, share this with Karina. Maybe she'll take pity and actually, like, understand from my side, my point of view. But yeah, anyway, let's continue with the recording. Thank you, Artemio, for telling me that, hey, if this had actually gone through you, you would have handled it professionally instead of just pulling the trigger right away. Thank you, I do respect that. Anywho, let's get right back to,
And everything just came as a surprise to me because I have no clue and I wasn't aware of it, stuff like that. So
came as a surprise to me too, bro.
Just because out of respect, like I said, I was gonna call you, but I was like, you know what? This is not easy. I know, not for you, not for me, but I felt I owe you the fact that, you know, face to face, I told you what the deal is.
Yeah. Thank you for that, by the way. It means a lot.
It was fun working here.
Good, man. Like I said, if you need don't hesitate to take this as reference. I'll be more than happy to do the work for you.
Yeah. Do you want me to return the shirt or?
Either or, man.
So, yeah. Then basically we go out to my car, we'll lickety split. I'll switch right back to that in like 2 seconds. Once there's something to actually look at. So.
Alright, so in case y'all didn't hear that. So there was one night when I took home a lot of drinks and I brought them to the coaches. But I literally had worked the next day and I came in and paid for them. The reason why I didn't pay for them that night was because I didn't make a ton on tips, so I wasn't able to pay for them that night. But
which is all true.
I told everyone there that I was gonna go in and pay for them tomorrow, and I don't know if anyone just didn't see me come in and pay for them when I worked, but I paid for them. They also said I took like 5 asphalt pies at once. No, I did not.
I didn't. I took one broken piece.
The most that I've ever taken was 2 slices because they were messed up. But, whatever. I also paid for them, so whatever, I guess. Guess I don't have a job. Alright, well. Yeah.
So, the emotions started to come at the end, so I decided to turn off the video so y'all didn't hear me break down. But, so yeah, that was what had happened. Apparently, what had actually happened was not that. In fact, a lot of that was blown out of proportion, I would say, to what actually had happened. So, yeah. If I do get my job back and it's not a problem and we get everything fixed, obviously you guys won't be seeing this video. I'll give it about a week for Karina to respond, because I did text her from my mother's phone because Karina was the one that actually got me the job in the first place. So why she was so quick to pull the trigger, I know. She was the reason why I was working there. So I guess thank you to her for letting me work there at first. That was I would say my favorite job so far that I've had and actually been making money from. Like, I've worked at Wendy's. That was horrible. I worked at Subway. I liked that a little bit. You didn't really have to do anything. And then I've worked for a fitness studio for a long time. It's my mom's fitness studio. I love that there. I love working there. I worked for my dad a little bit doing some online paperwork. And that's pretty boring, but I do it sometimes. And then I do this, YouTube, and I do streaming every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 2 to 4. So I stream and do YouTube, but I don't make money from those, but I do love doing them. So thank you guys for letting me do them. Hopefully one day we'll start making money from this, and I can actually afford to do this 100% of the time. But if I do get my job back, you won't see this video. If I don't, I'll send this video up. Listen, I loved working there. I loved Wingers. In fact, I would tell you, hey, if you want a decent job where you can make some good money and it's a little bit of hard work and it's fun and all the people there are great and it feels like a family, go work at Wingers. The Wingers that I worked at was in Riverton, Utah. And I loved it there. They were like a family to me. But I guess like all family, so like some families, like my grandpa, for instance, sometimes you get kicked out the family. Like how my grandpa kicked all of us out of the family. Anyway, I'm heartbroken. I really did love that job, and I would never do anything to put myself in jeopardy of losing that job. Yeah, I'm sorry. Here, give me a second. I just don't know what to do. So I know I can't catch my, like, there's no point. Karina, or anyone that I worked with, I'm sorry that this misunderstanding happened. And I want you to know that I would love to continue working for you and with you guys. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, so that's the story of how I got fired today, approximately 2 hours ago. Today is August 4th, 2020. And if you like this video, drop a like, hit subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, drop a comment answering the question of, do you think this was just? Do you think this was okay? Did they handle the situation properly? And please go check out the merch. There should be, I think, tomorrow, which would be August 5th, new merch is coming up, or maybe it's dropping today. I don't remember. I need a break for a second. Yeah, anyway, go check out the merch. You might see this video before my new podcast comes out, but if you do see this video before it comes out, here pretty soon, my podcast, Anecdotal Inquiries, so anecdotal, but Anecdotal Inquiries, is the first episode we'll be releasing here pretty soon. I don't know when, I haven't decided, but it will be. It's a work in progress. Obviously, this is the first episode that we'll be doing. But it's just a podcast where I talk to my friends and we have good conversations and just hang out and chill. Yeah, it's pretty dope. But anyway, just like I had said before, yeah, go check out the new podcast. But I really did love working for you guys. It was like a second family over there. And I'm sorry that this whole misunderstanding had to happen. Karina, if you ever see this, I'm sorry. And I do want to continue working for you guys, but clearly that's not the case. That's not what you want to have happen. So it feels like I've been stabbed in the back by a good friend. And to quote Julius Caesar, "E tu, Brute?" I'm Anok from Anok Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.